everyone. This week we are focusing on a new fragrance that I'm working with. With summer coming, I had lots of requests for very bright, uplifting, clean fragrances. And one of the most popular fragrances for summer are berries and citrus and things of that nature. So I really dug around, and you know, there's so many choices for fruit and berry, but I didn't want anything bakery. I really wanted it to not discolor. I wanted it to be fresh. I didn't want an overpowering kind of vanilla type. And what I found was this gorgeous fresh raspberry. See that? And it states on the website that it soaps nice, no discoloration, and it's very bright and doesn't have a lot of green notes. There's no vanillin in it. It's supposed to be a truer type of raspberry. Now, I have poured it, and as you can see, beautiful. Absolutely clear. No color in the fragrance itself, so that's hopeful. Now, smelling it, this is very potent, okay? Oops, sorry, I didn't realize my fan was still going. This is a very strong fragrance. Now, out of the bottle, I do get sort of a powdery note with it, but it is like a pure raspberry. No vanilla whatsoever, no bakery whatsoever. It's really bright, almost citrusy in nature. It's tart. There we go. It's very tart. And I like that because sometimes these berry fragrances can be very candy-like. And that's not what I was looking for. When summer comes, people want something refreshing, and they don't want that heavy bakery candy scent. So this is beautiful. So I'm going to do, since this is my first time using it, I'm going to do some tester bars. So we're going to see how this performs, okay? So I've got a standard Bastille recipe. Olive oil, coconut oil, castor oil, that's it, okay? Now, I do a lye concentration of 35%. So for me, because I've got so much experience doing this, I'm used to working at that high level, okay? For those that are new, it means I'm working with a very discounted water amount. But I can still gauge for myself how quickly it moves or how not quickly it moves. So we'll go from here. Okay, and because it's a scent I'm not familiar with, I'm going to go ahead and just lightly emulsify this before I add the fragrance. Okay, there we go. And now I'm going to add my fragrance. Okay, good. No changes from adding that I can see right away. Alright. Now I'm going to separate out a little bit for pink and white. There we go. I'm going to add some neon pink to this for that beautiful raspberry color. I'm going to use my little espresso frappuccino frother. Well, there's definitely no rising, and I'm not seeing any real acceleration of any kind, and that's even with the discounted water, so yay for that. Set that aside. And now I'm going to add some titanium to this. I've got some titanium and a little bit of water. Shouldn't take much. Now, titanium is notorious for speeding up your tray, so also watch that when you're doing it. All right. So I could tell you from my own experience, I've got a little bit of yellow, but that could definitely be from my own olive oil. Not too bad. And it tends to cure more white once it comes out. But I am seeing a touch of yellow. So I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit more titanium. And again, that's going to accelerate it just a little bit. But I'll tell you what, it's staying pretty fluid, especially for a water discount that this is. So nice. All right. Where's my mold? Okay. So I'm going to begin here. See, it's starting to thicken up a bit. So we've got a little bit. Definitely have a little bit there. I'm going to do that. So it's thickening some. But I'm sure if you do a fuller water concentration, that won't be an issue. I'm going to go up high so I can get some pink swirls going in there. There we go. And then I'll finish off the rest over here. Again, I use discounted water, so my results are more about how this fragrance performs for me. But it's a great way for you guys to see as well. There we go. Okay. Grab a stick. And I'm just gonna swirl, swirl, swirl. Swirl, swirl, swirl. Swirl, swirl, swirl. There we go. All right. Now I am not gonna do any kind of gelling like I normally do, or oven processing. Obviously it's in a plastic container. So I am just going to let this sit, and then I will pop it in the freezer to make it hard enough to pop out comfortably. And we'll be back. Hello everybody. Okay, so here are my finished bars. Now I'm not going to pick these up because they're still soft and come on delicate. But I also did this one, and this one I blended the raspberry with a bergamot to bring in sort of a nice bright citrus with it, and colored this like a butter yellow with the pink. Oh, and I'm loving that. So that blend is fabulous. You should try that with the bergamot. That's wonderful. On its own, these are just popping raspberry. I mean, you just walk in the room and you can smell that raspberry. It's very strong. So it's stayed true, and you can really get the scent from it. And I got no real discoloration. There's no like yellow or anything in the pink. The pink is still like nice, bright, hot pink. So my overall impressions are, it soaps well. I mean, I wouldn't walk away for too long in the middle of soaping, because there is a slight bit of acceleration. So you don't want your soap setting up for too long while you work with it. So do your swirls right away. But scent is staying true. Obviously it's got to cure out, and I can tell from there, but it's real potent, and it was nice to work with, that's for sure. So give it a try. I think you're going to love it in your summer line. You can do it straight up or blend like crazy. This would be fabulous with lavender to bring an herbaceous note to it. Bergamot, lemon, lime, anything citrusy would brighten it up a bit. I mean, you can really kind of go nuts with it. It's a really nice berry without it being a candy. Do you know what I mean? It's sweet and tart and bright. So there you go, guys. Fresh raspberry for the summer.